welcome to the order of operations review for the boot camp. What we have is the expression 3 squared minus 40 divided by, in parentheses, 2 times 4, all divided by the square root of 256. This is a problem that you had in your pre-assessment that you may or may not have had some issues with. What I'd like to do is to review how to solve this expression and then give you some problems that you can practice on your own. So first things first, we need to remember what order we need to solve problems like this when we see them. And the first thing we need to do, and this is a universal order that we always want to use no matter what type of problem that you have. The first thing we want to do is parentheses. Parentheses includes all types of grouping symbols. It can be the parentheses that you see around that 2 times 4. It can be that big long fraction bar that you see in this problem. That fraction bar is kind of saying, do all of the math above the fraction bar, and then do all of the math below the fraction bar, and then finally you can divide. But you can't divide until you do all of that math. The second thing that we want to take care of when we're doing the order of operations are our exponents. Exponents include the 3 to the 2nd power in this problem, and to be honest with you, I would include the square root of 256 as well. It's kind of like the reverse of exponents. Next, what we want to consider when we're solving this expression is taking care of all multiplication and division going left to right. Now, I put an or between multiplication or division. The reason why is because we don't want to do all multiplication first and then all division. What we need to do is look at this problem kind of the way that we read the sentence in front of it and do all the math going from the left to the right. Do all the multiplication going from left, multiplication and division going from left to right. It doesn't matter which one comes first. We just do it in the order as we read the problem. Finally, we have addition or subtraction. And again, there's that or. We need to do it all as we read the expression going from left to right. So using the order in which I have the 4 steps that we have for order of operations, I'm going to go ahead and do my parentheses first. So I'll rewrite the entire problem. 3 squared minus 40 divided by, and now I'm going to do 2 times 4, which I get that 8, all over the square root of 256. The next thing I want to do is my exponents. So I'm going to go ahead and do that 3 to the 2nd power, and I'll get 9 minus 40 divided by 8. See how I'm rewriting the entire problem. I don't want to skip steps or skip numbers because that's where I can make mistakes. Now, like I said before, I'm going to go ahead and include the square root of 256 in with my exponents. So I'm going to put this all over the number 16 because the square root of 256 is 16. Now, a common mistake that a lot of students make is they see this subtraction and they want to go ahead and do that. But there's this division right here that we need to go ahead and take care of first. So I'm going to do 9 minus, and 40 divided by 8 is 5, all over 16. Finally, I can add or subtract 9 minus 5, and that's going to give me 4 all over 16. Now that I have this fraction, I can reduce it, and 4 goes into 4 once. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 16 divided by 4, that's 4. And when I look up at the answers, I'm finally looking up at the answer choices that they give me. It looks as though I also need to know how to change a fraction into not only a decimal, but also into a percent. So I'm going to go ahead and write that using my prior knowledge. 1 divided by 4, that's 0.25. If I multiply 0.25 by 100, it's going to be 25%. So now that I have my answer choices, I can go ahead and select 1/4, 0.25, 25%. 0.24, it's close, but it's not quite correct. 16 divided by 4, see, they did that because a lot of us are very comfortable with doing big number divided by small number and getting a nice whole number of 4. But that's not correct either. And then 6 divided by 25. They were counting on some of us making silly errors, and they had that, which of course that also equals 0.24. So our correct answers are 1/4, 0.25, and 25%. Now that we know how to solve this type of problem, what I'd like you to do is on your worksheet, solve these 3 problems. This one's very similar to what I just showed you. You can always reverse what I showed you and go back and use the example to help you. Solving this one as well, we have brackets and parentheses. Remember, do your parentheses inside of the brackets and then follow the order of operations. And also this question as well. Once you have these answers, please bring your worksheet up to your teacher and she can check the answers so you can move on to the next section. Good luck.